I'm Belinda MacMillan, and I married John MacMillan, and my father was Lieutenant Colonel Squire Webb in the Argylls. My parents were great friends of John's parents, who were also in the Argylls. After our engagement, we went straight out to Singapore and joined the regiment at the end of December 64. Jock's wives, I think I never really got to know until the men were away in Borneo. And that's when that then slightly kicked in. And then, of course, there were the wives' clubs, which we did attend and support. Looking back on them, I can't remember what we did. A lot of bingo. I loved playing bingo. A lot of my friends couldn't stand it, but I really enjoyed it. And I think, actually, looking back, I was an ideal officer's wife. I had no ambition, no career, and like meeting people, keen on sports. What could be better? And there was a tremendous, just no knowledge from us back at home what was going on. And I think that actually the army started giving talks before husbands went away to give the families left at home a little bit more information about what was going on, or the sort of places they'd be living in, and no shops and all that sort of thing. So that was a real eye-opener. I don't ever really remember being frightened. And I think, of course, the media in those days, we didn't know nearly as much as we do now what was going on. So you weren't imagining or seeing it on the news or the radio every day, which probably made it easier for us. I think others were more concerned than I was. Certainly those whose husband had been out before. This, of course, was John's first tour, as far as I was concerned on that. But once on the second tour, then I think you were a lot more aware of it, because by that stage you heard of accidents and you knew people who had been hurt. And we then all went to Plymouth, and we were incredibly lucky because the first 5 or 7 years of my married army life was with the regiment, which was very, very unusual, because John then had a headquarters job, but we lived in the same patch as the regiment. So as far as I was concerned, we were still with the regiment, but the men were in Aden, and that was very different because there were some horrible things that happened in Aden. Another officer's wife was staying with me because I think she was waiting to get a quarter. And funnily enough, she and I had been talking the night before what would happen if our husbands were hurt, what would be the process. And when I opened the curtains that morning, I saw the adjutant, David Younger, walked absolutely straight across the road. He saw us open the curtains. And this was him coming across the road to tell us that this friend of mine who was staying with me, her husband was killed. So that was really the first time I was really not involved, but it was very close to me, and it all of a sudden you realised how these things would happen.